What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. We're back with some more Cricket Coach today in the first one-day international against England. We lost the Test series 1-0, lost the first Test, drew the second, and all in all there wasn't really too much that was going on. No one really had any outstanding performances. Neil Wagner picked up 7 for in one game. I guess you could consider that a pretty impressive display. And so back in the ODI with a slightly different team, resting a few players and bringing in a few younger players as well. As I said, New Zealand Reborn, it's about really going and I guess moulding the New Zealand team into I guess what I want. So Williamson still in there, but a look at all those players that are on debut in one-day internationals. There's a lot. We'll go through the team in just a sec. So I've rested Ross Taylor. Tim Southee and Trent Boult are in the squad, but they won't come in until probably the second or even the third one day, giving a few other players a bit of a run. Dan Vettori back into the fold. Mitch McClenaghan. I'm trying to think who else makes up my bowlers. Neil Wagner and Doug Bracewell. Obviously, Dougie not getting any time in the test, but he's getting a chance here in the one days. Ryder up to open the innings. Williamson at 3. Guptill still there. Rutherford just being used as a test opener at the moment. 4, we've got BMAC. Number 5, I think we have Daryl Mitchell, the young man from the Northern Knights. And he's a player that, I guess, since last HRV Cup, it's now called the Georgie Pie Super Smash, but since the last 2020 season, he's been a player that I really have had my eye on, and I think he's one of those players that does have a lot of potential and could be breaking into the New Zealand side very, very soon. So he's on debut. Corey Anderson in there as well. Luke Ronke in after he has been in amazing form in real life with the bat. That series against South Africa, nearly notching up his maiden one-day century and then picking up another 50s, so he went back-to-back with his 50s in there. So hopefully we can go. Tim Bresnan being taken a bit to the sword here, and we are off to an incredible start. Hopefully we can go and keep it up, because at the end of the day, that is what we want. But we're going to go and try and get through these overs a bit quicker, because there are, at the moment, a lot of highlights, including that 50 from Kane Williamson. He's brought that up off just 32 balls. Speaking of fastest 50s, Misbah-ul-Haq, Tuk. How did he manage to do that? He smashed, I can't remember how many it was off. It might have been 21 balls, but that is not something you come to expect from a guy like him, old Tuk. He is a very slow and steady player, but people were saying he has 2 speeds. He has the speed that he played in that test innings, which is faster than Sonic, and then they had a speed that he is slower than an old tortoise. But good for him. And Australia they're not doing too bad. I think they're 140 for 5, might be 140 for 4 actually, I stand corrected. In the second innings, obviously they'll just be batting for the draw here now. I think they still require something like 360, so it's not unreachable, I guess, but it is a bit unrealistic that they'll be able to go, and their probably first bet is that they're looking to survive rather than go and win the test. But want to win that test to go and make it 1-1. What else happened overnight? I know India, Sri Lanka, that series there started. Kane Williamson, his 100, that's his 4th in one-day internationals. Speaking of hundreds, both Rahane and Dhawan scoring hundreds in that game against Sri Lanka that India won, I think, in the end by about 120 odd, so absolutely smoked them. Suresh Raina hit a quick fire 50, and yeah, Sri Lanka folded, I think, for about 190, chasing, it was over 300, I think it was about 320. I just realised I haven't taken my bat and power play yet. But what 2 players to have in for a bat and power play. Kane Williamson's innings finally comes to an end. Daryl Mitchell, he's coming in on debut, doesn't have too long to go. What can he do? Is he going to be... Oh, look at that. It's like he has always been here. BMAC, he is gone for 99. Can you believe it? That is unreal. That is absolutely unreal. He has just missed out on the 100. Corey Anderson in now. He is actually making, I believe, his one-day debut today with Mitchell. And Mitchell's gone for 9, but that is what we've needed. A bit of firepower at the end of the innings. Hopefully, the god that is Luke Ronke can do the same and deliver the goods. But it's looking good at the moment, and we're looking on track to set somewhere around, hopefully, 280. If we pick up 9 off this last over, will be ideal. That's not the best start as Anderson goes. Dan the man Vettori, what can he do in this last over? I'd love to see this batting. It would just be all over the place. Final ball, and Ronke has hit that down the ground for 4, so he finishes up with a few. Probably not as many runs as we would have liked, especially playing on a road and considering the start we got off to, but hopefully it is going to be enough and we can go and contain this English side to pick up our first win on tour, on this English tour, because we haven't picked one up yet, obviously. That one's fallen just short, but this has been a good containing start, and that run rate is continuing to climb, so Fingers crossed we can go and keep this in. And then the spinners, Dan Vettori, Kane Williamson, can come in and provide us with a bit of resistance and hold up in the middle overs. But we'll just have to wait and see. Mitch McClenaghan in, another player who I do like to use in Cricket Coach. He is very, very destructive. Speaking of destructive, Doug Bracewell, I don't know where I was going with that, but he picks up a wicket. I was going to say something about Doug Bracewell being destructive, but he really isn't. He's been on his best behaviour. I mean, he smashed a window not too long ago when he was at a party. Well, actually, it wasn't even him that smashed the window. I think he was just caught cleaning it up, and people just got the wrong idea. But I probably should change bowler soon, because both these bowlers are in their 7th over of their spells. Wagner coming in now. What can he do? He's been in fine form in the test. Can he carry it over to the one-day arena? We will have to wait and see. And we'll bring in Corey Anderson. He can have a wee bowl here. Not ideal. We really are missing probably a four-seamer in this side at the moment. Probably Dan Vettori maybe batting at 7 with Ronke at 6 and dropping a batter to bring more balance to the side, but can't really do that at the moment. Still got BJ Watling, Tom Latham and Derek de Border on the bench. So, I mean, we are definitely sorted for wicket keepers. And I guess New Zealand is in a bit of that stage, well, they are in a bit of the stage at the moment that they do have choices for wicket keepers. I mean, we had McCullum, and it was him and only him. Then we got Watling. Then, obviously, Ronke showed up on the scene. And now we've got the likes of Derek de Border as well, who's keeping pretty well for the Volts and has been for the past few seasons. So he's actually been rewarded with a call-up to the New Zealand A squad that is taking on Pakistan in the UAE in 4 one-dayers, I think, before the Black Caps go over there for their test series. I'm not sure. I think they're playing one-dayers and 2020s over there as well, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. So things going all right here. That run rate is now up around 7, and hopefully, as I said, Williamson and Vettori can come in here and really just go and more contain than look to take wickets. And at the moment, that is what they are doing. So that ideally is what we want. And then we can bring back the quicks at a later stage. So a wicket here would be nice though, because this partnership is developing quite nicely, and as you can see, it's just gone past 150. The run rate is still at 7. They think they still have the batting power play to go, and they've got 2 players that are in. Dan Vettori, that is unlike him to go for 2 fours in a row, because normally he is a very, very economical bowler. And we're going to bring back the quicks, I think, before it's too late, just to go and add a bit more pressure. Mitch McClenaghan, he can come back in, and hopefully he can go and pick us up a wicket. He is our wicket-taking bowler in this side. He is the danger man, he is the spearhead, and I'm going to be forming the bowling attack around him in the seasons to come. What have we here? I think we're going into the batting power play now, but that run rate has gone up. So it is up quite a lot now, which is ideal. It's what we want. Wagner, we'll keep him going. We spray in the background. 32 off 20. Dot balls here are key. And Mitch McClenaghan, he's finished his spell. Bring in Bracewell, and I guess I didn't work that very well because Corey Anderson is going to have to bowl and over here at the death. Peterson brings up his, that is an expensive over. Wagner, no, he's not actually going to. I have worked that well. So 9 off 10 now, and how have England gone? England have gone, and they've got out of this on a knife edge. They've actually won it with an over to spare. Ian Bell and Peterson putting on an absolutely huge partnership. I'm just trying to find out where that is, but 243 for the second wicket partnership. So that is an absolute demolition job. Anyway, guys, do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Tune in the next couple of days. We're going to have some COD Ghosts, FIFA, NBA, not COD Ghosts, sorry, COD Advanced Warfare. That's out today. I'm going to play that now. Do hope you enjoy your day, and we'll catch you very, very soon.